Have you given thought to why you are with the person that you're with? What was your reason for being together with your partner? Did you partner up with them because it was convenient? Did you become partners because you were lonely? Did you become partners because you were madly in love? Was it their good looks? That's what we're talking about today. Living for love. Welcome back to another edition of Thoughts for Thursday. I'm Karma with Lewis Acre Farm. And our topic this week is living for love. Let love be your guide. Christ loved us and offered his life for us as a sacrifice that pleases God. Ephesians 5:2, Contemporary English Version. Some people marry for status, convenience, or money, while others wish to ward off loneliness, insecurity, or unhappiness. Ideally, though, marriage should be the result of a deep love between a man and a woman. If the two of you married for love, you are most blessed. That love will grace your lives every day and keep your commitment strong regardless of circumstances you might encounter. If you married for any other reason, you too can rejoice, knowing that God is able to give you the love you lack as you live together with your hearts open to Him. Some couples give up too easily. Patience and open hearts will take you places you never expected to be. God, teach us how to live a life of love every day as you fill our hearts with more love than we ever thought possible. Amen. My lover is mine and I am his. Song of Solomon 2:16, New Living Translation. You know, I mentioned last week that I had been married once before, and I was young when I married. I was 19, he was 31, and both of us were looking for a way out. We were, for my part, I did love him. I did not marry just to get out of the situation that I was in, but the love that I had for him was not enough to sustain me through abuse. Being young, I was also naive. He was the first man to show any real interest in me outside of my high school sweetheart, who I happen to be married to now. We both were in situations that we felt were impossible. Now, he was in a family that, quite frankly, was scary. His father was extremely controlling and abusive, and he was still being held under his thumb. And so he was looking for a way out. There's no question. Did he love me? I don't know. Perhaps in his own way he did. I loved him, but I also was looking for a way out. My father and I, at the time, did not get along at all. We truly did not understand each other. And I just wanted out. I was 19. I had a year of college under me, and I thought I knew everything. I thought I could conquer the world. And so for us, it was an escape. Marriage was an escape. I also knew that my dad didn't approve of my first husband. He knew that he wasn't right for me, and he told me so. For me, that was a challenge to prove him wrong. And those are all the wrong reasons to get married. But at 19, you don't know that. You don't know those are the wrong reasons. You think that you can face the world and win. So I faced the world and lost, as most young people do, at least in some form or fashion. I knew the night of my honeymoon that I'd made a mistake. My ex-husband changed on the first night of our honeymoon. But you can't come back from your honeymoon and face your parents, whom you've defied, and say, I made a mistake, I want out. Not when you're 19 and think you know it all. So I stuck it out as long as I could. I can't say that everything was horrible about my marriage, because I got one amazing, amazing blessing from that marriage, and that was my son. But I tell you this because without marrying for love, without marrying for true love, without God's love being the true center and focus of your marriage, you're going to have a really hard, tough road to hoe. And many couples don't make it. I certainly didn't. Not in my first marriage. Now, my current husband, Logan, and I, we love each other very, very, very much. And that sustains us through the challenges. We have a lot of challenges in our marriage, just like any other couple. I make every effort to keep God as the focus, as the center point in our marriage. And Logan and I both have an understanding of God, but our understandings of God are different. And we have a different approach to God. And that can be a challenge when you have two people with two different approaches to God. When you're trying to keep God at the center of your marriage. It's not impossible, but it is challenging. However, as long as you're both willing to keep love at the center of your marriage, and remember why you got married in the first place, why you came together in the first place, and remember that it was because of love and because of God's love bringing you together, you will make it. God will sustain you. It may not always be easy, and you may find yourselves struggling at times, but He will sustain you. Keep your eyes forward. Keep your eyes on God, and keep your eyes on each other, because that's where they need to stay. Remember what it is about each other that you love, and you'll make it. So I challenge you this week to come back to your first love, who should be God, and your spouse or partner. And remember why you got together in the first place. And focus on rekindling that love. Until next week, this is Karma with Lewis Acre Farm, and your thought for Thursday. Have a blessed week.